Hello all and welcome to Bio 148. So in this class we talk a lot about biology and specifically about evolution, genetics, and ecology. And I'm out here in my backyard because it is my favorite place to think about Bio 148 content and about how all of this life and how it's connected all around me. From the big maples and dogwoods that you see in the background, to the plants, to the microbes in the soil below me, okay? And I'm hanging out today with some swallowtail caterpillars here. I don't know if you guys can see them very well. And I just love to think about how everything is connected and they're eating all these little leaves and how what that's doing to the plant, how these caterpillars, like this golden Alexander, but I have monarch caterpillars on my milkweed, and why those monarchs are on the milkweed and these swallowtails are over here on this plant. I love to think about all those different ideas. So Bio 148 is really my bread and butter, my cup of tea, and I'm excited to share with all of you. Most of you all are non-majors as far as biology goes. You come from all different places, and I'm really excited to learn a lot from you all as well this semester. I just wanted to start us off this semester by showing you around Canvas a little bit. So let me get to our Canvas page. So when you land on your Canvas page, it should look something like this on your iPad. I'm currently on my iPad right now. And I want you guys to explore this page a little bit, okay? There's a place where if you're not getting your basic needs met, you can click there to start getting that process going. If you're a DRC student, I really want you to go here and click this form and fill it out for me as soon as you can so that I can make sure that any testing accommodations that you need can be met. Make sure that you send me your letter as well, okay? We're going to use Poll Everywhere in class this year. So on the first day, I might have you pull this up just to try it, but we'll kind of ease in. And below that is what I like to call our simple syllabus. So this is just a place for you to get to know the class, that we're going to talk about the nature of biological diversity and how it arose, how everything around me, we're all related, from these big maples around me to the bacteria and the fungi that are in the soil below me, okay? And I really want us to build an appreciation and understanding of the diversity of life on Earth, okay? And really be able to apply the content that we talk about in class to the world around us. So the class flow, you guys are going to be looking at course pack videos ahead of time. This is kind of like doing a textbook reading, but instead you can listen or watch the videos. I highly encourage you to take notes and attempt to do the course pack questions. And I want to show you guys where that is. So if you click over here on modules, on the left, see modules. And if you scroll down just a little bit, oh, you guys can see everything right now. Your guys' screen should be a little bit simpler than mine. You'll see a welcome page, okay? And that's this main one. And then you'll see the Unit 1, Diversity of Life, okay? And here you have lots of resources. So in these resources, you can click all of them and download this whole set, which would include, it includes lots of learning outcomes for this unit. It includes key terms. Now note that the key terms are things that I'm just going to use in class and assume that you know what they mean, but you won't really be tested on them and just asked to define them on an exam. You'll be asked to apply them on an exam instead. And a study checklist, and we'll come back to some of that later, okay? And then you'll also see a unit introduction. So here's Dr. O. You'll probably see her around the building. A few years ago, she was able to get a grant through the libraries to develop these really fantastic videos for you all in place of having to pay for a textbook. So here she's just kind of introducing the unit. And then if you click on the left on section 1, the unity of life, this is where we start really getting into content, okay? So here you can see the learning objectives for this specific unit. These are the same learning objectives, or very similar ones to what we'll be using in class, okay? Sometimes there'll be some additional links. And then if you click here on reading and notes, you're going to find what kind of looks like a textbook, but it's not going to be completely filled in. So there's some background on section 1. Again, you'll see the learning outcomes. And then you'll see this area where you can fill in a lot of the blanks, okay? So in some of these different spots, there's going to be blanks. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like here. So I'm going to do a markup of this. And I'm just doing this all on my iPad. And I'm going to go here and look at this while I also am listening to Dr. O's video. Okay, so I'm going to be able to save that. I'm going to put it in my downloads for now. And then if I go back to the video, oops, back one, then I can listen and turn in those notes. So Dr. O here is going to be talking through, okay?
Using the link above you on this page in Canvas.
And walk you through how to fill this in, okay? So I'm just scrolling ahead a little bit here, and she's going to walk you through how to fill this in, okay? So energy and matter. So all organisms are going to interact with their environment and to acquire and use energy and matter, okay? This isn't something that you need to do today. I just want to make sure that you guys can see them all. You'll also see these orange boxes here, and these are clicker questions. And the clicker questions is not something that we require you to do, but it is a great resource, and it will give you an output grade, but it won't actually count towards your grade. So you'll see down here that we have exam 1 study materials that are not graded, okay? And so the first thing here is course pack questions, and here you have unit 1, section 1 course pack questions. And if we launch this external tool, I haven't actually done this on my iPad before, so let's see if it works. Okay, make sure that you guys have all of this. Oops, that's not the one I wanted, but that'll work. Okay, so I can play it from the beginning. And here Dr. O will walk you through the answers to those questions.
The questions in your course pack for section 1. All right, the first question, all living things are made up of many cells. Is this?
And so now you can answer whether or not things are made up of many cells. So all living things are not made up of many cells. Some are just a single cell, like many microbes and archaea. And I'm going to submit my answer.
True or false?
And then she'll walk you through the explanation.
Well, this is false because of the word many. Most organisms, actually, in fact, on this earth are unicellular.
And so you can do all of this. And when you submit it, it should give you a grade in the end. And it might not let me do it without answering all the questions.
We cannot say that all living things are made up of many cells. A true statement would have been all living things are made up of many cells. Is this true or false?
I'm going to go back. Okay. So I'm done with that. So I highly encourage you guys to be looking at the course pack and the course pack questions before we come to class on a given day. And to keep track of kind of where we are and what you should be doing. If you go back to that welcome page, maybe I'll put that also in another spot. It's not as easy to find on the iPad. You can go to detailed daily schedule, and the detailed daily schedule will tell you what I expect. So on Monday, on class, our first day, you don't need to do anything before class. You just need to show up and we'll be working through some things. You'll always, hopefully always, have your PowerPoint ready ahead of time. I have most of these from a previous semester, so I will most of the time have them uploaded, and you'll be able to see kind of what we're doing that day, okay? Sometimes it loads up a little bit weird compared to what I'm doing. And then we'll be turning things in on what we call grade scope, okay? So you'll have a participation assignment that's linked in those in-class materials. You'll have to launch the external tool, and then you'll be turning things in actually. I don't know if it'll let me load it since I'm not a student. You'll be turning things in as PDFs, okay? And I have some tips for how you do this. Oh yeah, see, it is giving me my page, not your page. So when you go to do this, you'll be able to take some notes during class. This is not what you'll be turning in. Instead, you'll be turning in actually doodles and things, but I just want to show you something that you might do, or maybe I'll just make a new little doodle. You could do this just in your notes app. I was writing out a poem that I just got a picture for from the art fair. So here you'll have written something like August 25th. And what we're going to end up doing is drawing out my front garden, and then I'm going to have you guys go out and draw as well. So you'll have a picture of Dr. Herrig's garden, and you'll have drawn it out with me. It'll end up looking something like that, but we'll fill it in. And then you'll have a spot where you have something like my observations. So in my case, I could, let's come back here. Oops. We're working on our yard a lot. I could come out here and I could find some things. I could sketch this little area. This is one of my favorite areas of our garden, where it has those swallowtails. It's got some hostas. If we give it a second, I bet a bee will go in or out of one of those hostas. Oh, they might be over on that plant over there and a little busy. And so I might do some different things. There's some stones around me. There's some logs. So the log is not alive, but there's a bunch of lichen on it that is alive. There's a bunch of rocks behind me that are not alive as well. So I can put in things that are and are not alive. And then I want you guys to be thinking about what is and isn't alive, and you're going to submit that. Okay. So let's go back to that note. Oops. Okay. One thing that you're going to have to do with this, though, is you will have to submit it as a PDF. So I just wanted to talk to you all about that quick. Oops. There we go. Get my handwritten note. So I want to be able to, you can do this a few different ways. If you're doing this in notes, I think you should be able to save to files as a PDF. Maybe not. A lot of times what I do is the markup. And the markup you can, I believe, save as a PDF. And if that's not working, it's not showing me the same things that it usually does. You can also do a print, and then you can do a print where you save it instead as a PDF. It's not letting me do anything that I want to do today. Okay. Print. Save to files. Okay. And so, there we go. And so now I should be able to take this one and upload it into Gradescope if I've saved it properly as a PDF. I might not have saved it properly as a PDF. Maybe I could instead try to save the image of this and then upload it. There's a separate video on how to save it as a PDF as well. Okay. All right. So those are some of the things that I just wanted to show you guys around Canvas a little bit. Let's go back to our welcome page. Because I also wanted to talk about some of the other things that we're going to be doing during class. So during class, like I said, we're going to be doodling, and then you're going to be turning those in for participation credit. And then after class, I want you guys to turn in those doodles, review notes. There's going to be some different types of homework to do. And then we also have student hours and SI, and we'll talk about that more in class. You can see the grade distribution here. We're going to have 4 total exams, but they're only worth less than half of your grade. There's a lot of other ways to earn credit in this class, but you do really have to earn it. They are not give me points, so you do need to work hard on these different assignments, okay? Here's some information about those different assignment categories and some late work policies as well. To get to the full syllabus that it talks about here, you can just go to that same course syllabus and navigation, and you can see our full syllabus here for lots of additional details on different categories, on different things that you need. You can see it's much more in depth, including our exam dates are there as well. Okay. You can also get the full course pack if you want to use a full course pack instead of downloading those individual PDFs. That is an option, and we also have a OneNote page that I can activate if anybody is interested in that as well. And a way to study and succeed in Bio 148. And a lot of that I think I've already started talking about, and we'll talk about it more as we get into the semester. I do want you guys to also be keeping an eye on announcements. I haven't posted anything yet. I'll probably post this video in the first announcement so you guys can stay up to date on different things. I won't overuse this resource. I think sometimes you guys get flooded with announcements. So when you see an announcement from me, pay attention to it. It often tells you where you need to go for an exam, or if there's been an error in an assignment, or if I'm giving you an extension or something like that. Okay? All right, I think that is it for today. So I hope that you all are finding campus to be a nice place to be again, and are enjoying just kind of going out and enjoying your first few days. Oh, we have a monarch on one of our zinnias. Hopefully I'll find the milkweed next to it and lay some eggs. And just enjoying a little bit of time in the calm before the storm. This is a hard class. There is a lot of content, and there are a lot of assignments, but they're there to help you succeed. And we'll talk more about that on the first day of class and the flow. I just wanted to give you all a little introduction here now as well. All right, I will see you all on class on Monday. Feel free to email me if you have any questions between now and then as well. Bye.